Okay. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Good. All right. So yes, we were able to, I guess, I hope everybody is able to upload the file to HDFS. Okay. Good. Rahila, can I help you? If I can stop sharing and then you can share. You want me to? Okay. Yes, go ahead. Wonderful, Alvin. Yes, go ahead, please. Okay. Good, Prasoon. Okay, you are already here. Let's, okay. Now say Hadoop, Hadoop FS, copy from local, Hadoop space FS, space dash copy from local, or yeah, copy, F capital. No, no, there's no space. Copy, capital F, copy, capital F. There's no space between copy and from. Local, without space again, sorry. Yeah, that's a good tip. L capital, please. Yes. Okay, don't use the mouse. Copy from local. Okay, I think M is missing. Don't use the mouse, just use the arrow key. Yeah, copy from local, go to and space res.txt. This will copy your res.txt to the cloud. Okay, enter. All right, good. Now let's go to the hue. Go to the hue, the fourth tab in your browser. The next tab in your browser. You have uploaded the data from the console to the HDFS that you can see it from hue now. Are you able to see that? Good, very good. Thank you, thank you, Krishna, for that question. Yeah, I should have missed that part. Okay, okay, Rahela, once done, just confirm to me. Is it done? Okay, so Krishna's question is that we did not provide any destination path. Neither we provide, when I say Hadoop FS copy from local, I did not provide this path, exact path. As I said, when we do not specify the path starting with slash, that means it's a relative to current folder. And what is my current folder? This one. Now the next question is, where is the destination path? This Hadoop FS will copy from this local machine, from the current folder, but to where? To my home directory in HDFS. What is my home directory? /user /Sandeepgiri 9034. All right. All right. Now, a common question that we had was, where are the blocks? We have always talked about, okay, we've always talked about blocks and replications. Where are these? Okay, let me just take an example. Okay, let me take you an example here of this pig.udf, this particular file, or maybe the one I just uploaded. Okay, maybe the one I just uploaded. What was the name of my file? It was new file.txt. Also, please note that this hdfs command, okay, this hdfs command, okay, this hdfs command requires the file name to be absolute. Okay, so it says that it is not there. So let me correct the name. Okay, let me correct the name. Now you see this. When I say HDFS FSCK and I say give me the details of blocks, give me the details of all the locations and the racks. Rack is like an Almira in a data center, and Hadoop is rack aware. What does it mean by rack aware? That we can organize our data nodes into various racks. Okay, so that the closeness of the various data nodes will matter. You remember we talked about where will the 3 copies go and so on. We will reorganize the data nodes into racks. Good. Now, what you see here is a very interesting thing. When I said run this command, it shows that it is connecting to the name node. Okay. You can see that this name node is a service listening at this port 50070. Okay, and it's listening on HTTP protocol. So we are making a call. It's basically making a HTTP call to this particular name node and this particular machine, and it is responding in a plain text manner. So it is showing you that FSCK started from this particular person for this particular file. FSCK means file check. Okay, now the next line is far more important. Okay, I'm going to clearly segregate it. Okay, now you see it shows that, okay, it shows that it has got only one block. That block ID is this one, and it has got only the size is only 29 bytes because it has hardly 29 characters. Replication is 3, and it is located in these 3 data nodes, 1, 2, and 3. These are the 3 data nodes. This is the IP address, and this is the name of the rack in which that that machine is kept, default rack, because we have everything in a single rack. And this is the port on which this data node is running. Good. So you can see that there are 3 copies here, here, and here. Okay. That also means that if I say Hadoop FS, okay, set replication to say 5, right? My new file.txt. Okay. So this is the command I'm using to change the replication factor of that file. Sorry, it went only to Rahila. Yeah. So I'm using the set rep command to change the replication factor from 3. You see, the default replication factor is 3 actually. Okay. Now, and actually previous command also only went into Rahela, and I'll just copy paste it again. Okay. Now, once we have done that, now let's try to see the blocks. Did it change from 3 to more? Okay. Here it says that under replicated. Under replicated. It says that target replica is 5, but only 3 has been there, which means it might be taking a little bit more time to reflect. Okay, now everything is done. Now it has completed the replication, and you can see now, you can see how many data nodes it is on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes. So now you can see that the default one it was 3 for all, and although this default also can be changed, and we changed for this particular file. A question from Nitesh, that where do we map HDFS location in web console? Like just by typing Hadoop FS, it connects to some other machine, I guess. Okay, there has been some config parameter while installing Hadoop client. Good. Okay, those details are not available in the Hue. Yes, the replication factor could be different. Okay, now let me take Nitesh's question, and thank you, Nitesh, for that question. Okay, so okay, so Tameka, you just have to wait for 2 minutes. It should change. Okay. And question from Sudhakar, what happened to the data store first time in 3 node? That is also there. We just increased from 3 to 5. That means 2 more copies of the block will be made. Just wait for a few minutes and it will reflect. Okay. All right. Now getting back to a very important question. Okay. Yes. Question is that we did not tell where is our name node to this command. When we say Hadoop something, we did not tell that where is our name node, which name node should it talk to. Okay, where does it read that name of name node? It reads this from a file from the configuration in this folder, etc Hadoop. This is where all the configuration of Hadoop is stored on all machines. And this configuration is done by Ambari for us. We change things in Ambari, and Ambari updates these configuration files on all the machines for us. Okay, so I'll show you. So let's take a look at, for example, the configuration file. This is a configuration file which contains the information about the entire cluster. Okay, so you can take a look at, because you all can read this file called hdfssite.xml. Here you can see it contains all the configuration. You see the data node address is the local machine, and name node is, where is name node? Yeah, so you can see the name node address here. You can see these are the name node HTTP and HTTP address and so on. Good. Was I able to answer your question, Nitish? All right. So no. So Narendra, yes, you're right. Local users cannot modify the configuration of HDFS. Otherwise, nobody in the class will be able to use the cluster. Only 1 or 2 accounts we have enabled to modify this configuration. Actually, we do not modify this configuration from here. We modify this configuration from Ambari, so that Ambari pushes all this configuration to all the machines. Okay. So we do not deal with individual machines separately. Otherwise, using the traditional means of configuring Hadoop was a nightmare. Okay? All right. Okay. So did I miss anybody's question? Krishna is saying that we log into Web Console using Unix privileges, where we are using privileges for. Okay. So the HDFS file system itself maintains its privileges just like Unix. Okay. We have defined, and as a definition, we have defined the so same users are same between Unix and the HDFS file system. Permissions are as per what we have defined for HDFS file system. Okay. So did I make sense to you? No. All right. I'm just okay. Let me make it clear again. All right. So a question from Krishna is that we log in into Web console using Unix privileges. Okay. Where we are using privileges for HDFS system. So first, login is same for HDFS and Unix. Whenever we are interacting with Hadoop file system, it's sending the same login, whatever we have created for Unix, is the same login for HDFS. Okay, it's the same login. By default, login for HDFS and Unix is same. And the permissioning is the way permissions are saved in the file system, right? Like for example, when we say here, I'll show you. Okay, like let's take a look at here. This particular file is owned by Yarn and its group is Hadoop. Okay, in Yarn and its group is Hadoop. All right, and it's the permission says that owner can read and write, while group can only read, while others can only read. Okay, so what you see is this information about who can do what with this file is saved in the files attribute, right? It is saved in the files attribute, and therefore 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 HDFS also stores the file attributes exactly in the same way, and this is part of metadata. Okay. Now, Krishna's next question is, if I log in into Unix, which means I am in both systems. So HDFS is not like Unix system. HDFS is basically a file. When I say Hadoop FS, okay, let me ask you the other way. That'll be better way to ask question. Okay. Okay. So these are the general permissioning possible on Unix as well as HDFS. And you can
I
actually
would like to clear the question. Sorry for that. I think I better talk. So the question is here. Let us say we are on our own laptop. Then,
okay.
if we wanted to connect to Unix system, we use PuTTY, for example, and we will be giving the IP address and everything to the system.
Right.
Then, using PuTTY, we are connecting to our Unix system. That means we are connecting from laptop to our Windows system to Unix system. Putty is giving a bridge for us.
Yes, Putty is giving
Similar
us
way,
bridge.
yeah,
Yes.
bridge for us. So in a similar way, now we are talking. We are in the Unix system. Then we are not using any ping or anything else, anything else. Then, but we are directly connecting to HDFS system. So
Right.
when HDFS system is sitting, and I am not logging into HDFS system, I just log into Unix system,
Right.
but I'm able to execute all the commands and converting files and everything between these two systems.
So we are not running any programs as of now on the Hadoop system. Okay. We are not running anything. We are just reading metadata from there. I'm coming to that. Okay. Let me ask a further question to all of you. Okay. I think this will make it more clear. So Hadoop fs minus ls. Okay. When I do this, okay, when I do this, when I run this particular command, it gives me the list of the files. Okay. So question to you is, it talks to HDFS. A question is, Hadoop fs minus ls talks with name node, B data node, C both, D none. Yes, Krishna?
I think it should talk to like in a queue like a zookeeper and name node, and after that should go through the name node. It has to touch the data node to get to. I think it talk to name node otherwise.
Right, right. Okay, so yeah, you can actually type, because if other people start speaking, then it'll become like a collision. And yeah, okay, because I'm quickly seeing through all the answers. Yeah, thank you, Krishna. Wonderful. So yes, it talks to only the name node. It talks to only the name node. Why? Because we are only asking for list of the files. And as we have repeatedly told, that list of files is nothing but metadata. It doesn't, if we try to access the data of a file, then we will talk to the data node. Okay? Yes? Okay. Now, all right. Now the next question is, right, right. Yeah. So Krishna, I'll come back to the privileges again. Okay. I'll come back to the privileges again, and I'll demonstrate that you will. Okay. Now the connection info is being picked up by this command called Hadoop FS. This Hadoop FS is picking up this connection info from the configuration, etc Hadoop and SDFS site.xml. That's where it knows the name of the name node, and it is going to talk to that name node via that particular port. Okay, whatever is provided in that configuration. Did that answer, Krishna? Your second question. Yes. So using Unix server is having these privileges. Yes. So basically, all these name node, data node, they are running as a network service. And these network service, these are very important question what you are asking. And these network service, when these network service is being called, Your command is passing your user info as the login there. And we have pre-configured that if a person is logged in into the console, that means the same login will be used at both the places. Okay, so over the all the network calls that are happening, this Hadoop command or any command is basically authenticating you authenticating you to use the same login there as well. It's basically passing your current login under the hood to the to name node. And name node is giving you the information if you are allowed to see that. Okay. Okay. Did I make sense to you? Can we configure two Hadoop systems in one Unix server? Can we configure two Hadoop systems in one Unix system? Very good question. Again, let's say on this machine, you want to see the list of some other server. Okay, so you can also, this command allows you to pass the URL of the name node as the argument. Okay, this command allows you to specify extra configuration file. You see this? Does that answer your question? Yes, good. So this one, if it's a very interesting question, and I did have this question when I was trying to figure out, and I realized that actually you can interact with using this Hadoop client. You can interact with any kind of name node, whether the name node in which e.cloudx lab is participating, or some other Hadoop system hosted at, say, Coursera, or hosted in say some other organization. You can access that by passing login and password in the URL and the name node name. Okay. Yes, Srini, we have the user management screen in the Ambari. Very good question. Yeah. So we do create users in the Ambari as well. Okay. But honestly, okay, I'll make it very clear. So if you are adding a user in the local file system, okay, we don't necessarily need to add a user in HDFS. All we have to do is create your home directory in that file system. That's it. Okay. We can get this actually this it's a unique security discussion, and it is quite in depth. Now, I mean, if you want a little bit more discussion, I can have it offline or one-on-one. That will be better. Okay. So I like to have, I can have the discussion later. All right. But these are very, very profound questions. Yes. Yes. Uh, and Narendra, you are right that HDFS is like any other OS file system needing credentials to access. HDFS is not OS, it is virtual network file system. You can say it like that. All right, good. Wonderful, wonderful set of questions. Okay, so this is where we go. I was about to ask you one more question. All right. So using make directory, using using Hadoop FS-mkdir and providing your own directory, let me show you what is it that I'm trying to point to. So this is creating my directory there. It says it already exists. Okay. Now, let's say I'll say 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this command this command which I just executed, It talks to name node, data node, both or none. Quickly, I try to create the directory. Ouch. Okay. Okay. All right. So wow, only one person is correct. And all right, let me clarify. So when we say directory, directory is nothing but the name of the path. It is not the data. It's just equivalent to nice way of saying file name, right? It's a full file name. Directory is nothing but part of the file name. It's not really data. It's metadata, right? So when we create directory, delete directory, or say rename directory, we are just renaming the file, right? We are not changing the data. Therefore, name of the directory is part of metadata, and hence, answer is A. Yes? No? Okay. Now, what is the answer to question number 3? When I say cat, when I say Hadoop fs-cat, my new text data, it prints the data inside this text file. So in this conversation, who all will this command talk to? Who all will it talk to? Will it talk to only name node? Will it talk to only data node? Or it will talk to both name node and data node? It will talk to both. Okay. Why? Because in this case, it has to print the data from inside the file, right? Therefore, first it will go to the name node, get the metadata, then it goes to the data node and prints it on the screen. Yes? With respect to second question, here we are just creating directory. We are not creating any data. Okay. Answer is this. In case of 2, the answer is A. In case of 3, the answer is C. And in case of 1, the answer is A. The one which I have marked with asterisk is the answer. Okay, so this directory is always created in the metadata, not in the data node. Okay, just like file, it's a metadata. Good. So that was about our discussion on HDFS. Today we completed our HDFS discussion, plus we also did hands-on. And tomorrow we are going to continue from our discussion on computation. All right. Thank you very much. I am running 7 minutes late. I did not realize this part. Okay. So have a good day and bye-bye. Thank you, Ravi. I'm hoping that I'll be better tomorrow. Okay. Yes, I'll try Prasoon to upload this video quickly. Okay. Thank you, Alvin. Thank you. Thank you all. I'll look forward to see you tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.